But if you look at what has been going, I think let's go back to February, which you said February of 2013 was the start of all of what we are seeing now, culminating in that particular statement from your, or instruction from your party to its legislators to block bills, as well as confirmation for the service chiefs at the assembly. How did it truly start? Because we've heard so many versions, so many, to the extent that everyone has been talking. The PDP has been speaking, your party has been speaking, His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State also has been speaking on this. Even CP Mbu has also spoken well on this same matter. Now he feels that a member of your party, who is the Governor, His Excellency, or Chibike Amechi, was trying to pocket him, or say hoodwink him into doing his bidding, which ordinarily he said is not to be. That aside, and you now marry that with some other version as bringing the blame on the doorstep of the presidency, Nigerians are a little bit confused when you put the blame on the presidency and you say it's Mbu, again it's the president. Who is exactly responsible for the crisis rocking River State?
Now, I think when we talk about CP Mbu, it is the symptom that we are addressing, not the real disease. The real problem in Rivers didn't start with Mbu. Now, there are some incontrovertible facts about the situation in Rivers. The perceived sins or the causes of the rift between the presidency and Amechi started from the time Governor Amechi was the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum. At that point in time, the PDP had 23 governors, and they believed that Rotimi Amechi, being a PDP governor, ought to protect the interests of the federal government. But then, this is a federation where the governors believe that the relation between the states and the center is determined and regulated by the Constitution. So the governors more than once took the federal government to court over the issue of excess crude account and other things. And I think the presidency was moved at this. They believe that being a governor from the PDP stock, he ought not to be so confrontational. But then, for Amechi, he was representing the interests of his brother governors and even of his own state. Another sore point, I think, was the crisis which was then just festering, in the PDP, which pitted the then chairman against the governors in the PDP. If you remember, the unilateral, dissolution of the executive in Adamawa pitted the governor of Adamawa State against the chairman, the former chairman, Bamanga Tuku. Naturally, the governors rallied behind Inyako, and Amechi, being the governor, being the chairman of the NGF, naturally championed the cause. Of course, there's also the very contentious issue of the Soko oil wells. If you remember, Amechi complained that from colonial days to 1999, every map of Nigeria, that was drawn, put Soko wells in River State. But somehow, with the 10th edition of the Nigerian map in 1999, Soko wells found was now placed in Bayelsa State. The then governor of River State, of course, wrote a petition which the Nigerian, Boundary Commission, National Boundary Commission, admitted it was a mistake to put it, back, the right place in the next edition. Now, money accruing from that was put in a suspended, in a suspense account. But then all of a sudden, River State saw this money being moved to Bayelsa State's account, and again, this was another issue between the presidency and the Governor Amechi. Not to talk about the no love loss between the First Lady and Governor Amechi. So any objective observer will realize that what is happening in River State has to do less with Mbu. Mbu is just an agent. But you see, our own point, and this was said that before Governor Amechi came to APC, was that we cannot have two sets of rules in the country. We cannot say because the president and Governor Amechi are today, at loggerheads, therefore the constitution in Rivers State should be altered or be amended in a manner that the Commissioner of Police will become the de facto governor. It will not augur well for democracy. And we issued several prejudices, even when it was in PDP, because we believe what was happening in Rivers State was an anomaly. Okay, now, criticism for your latest directive has come also from other opposition parties. APGA has spoken up on it, and Labour Party too has also spoken up on it, criticizing your actions, even though you say that it is democratic. But in your latest response, you also say that it has begun to yield results. Yes. What results has it yielded? Well, you see, we were all pleasantly surprised on Saturday when the Save Rivers movement was allowed to have a peaceful rally. This is the first time in a very long time where the Save Rivers movement would be allowed to have a rally. And what we had was that actually the IG himself directed that adequate protection be given to the Save Rivers movement. Now, all we'll be asking for is a level playing field for everybody. The fact that I do not share a political view does not mean that I should not have the same constitutional right as you. Now, all we've been saying is that the police, without political interference, will do their job very well, as they did on Saturday. But whether this is a major paradigm shift or not, we're yet to see. Well, when you had your rally, I mean, when Governor Amechi defected to the APC, it was held very peacefully, wasn't it? No. You see, we went to visit Governor Amechi. We didn't go for a rally. If you remember, we visited every governor. That was before he ever came into APC. Last time we went to Porakot, the first time we went to solicit him to come into APC. Mm-hmm. The last time we went was when we went to inaugurate the interim ESCO of the party. But since then, every rally of the Save Rivers group has been disrupted by the police, either directly or indirectly, or by hiring ex-militants to come and disrupt the rallies. And we complain at every point in time. Now, Alhaji, this remains an allegation in the sense that the police has denied every single one of these allegations against it, saying that it has provided protection in the past and will continue to be professional in carrying out its duties to, either party, and that except on occasions when they have had to disperse, maybe they had prior information, they have always done their job professionally. Isn't that what played out on Saturday? No, ma. You see, I listened to CP Imbo about 2 weeks ago when he said they had to disrupt the rally in Obiapo because at 2 a.m. he got information that it was actually an APC rally and that 5 governors of APC and all the big wigs of APC were going to be there. I happened to be in Lagos that same morning with Governor Amechi. We were working together on a different subcommittee of the party. And believe me, I know that if anybody was going to attend any such rally, I would be there. There was no governor, we did not even know about it. It was a simple, Save Rivers group rally. At what form was that, said? Because we also interviewed the Commissioner of Police, and he said that he had information that there was going to be a protest. In fact, that an opposing camp was going to come and invade that other rally, and that's why they had to disperse so as to, prevent any fight. Well, frankly speaking, I think we should not dwell too much on police denial. Mm-hmm. Right from Kule Adepoju's days in the 70s, police will always deny, such issues. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think the denial is really something we should dwell on. Who shot Badmus Abbey? Was he shot? Of course, was shot at. What would you think he will be doing in the UK all these days? Now, if anybody wants to confirm whether Badmus Abbey was shot or not, they should ask the Nigerian High Commissioner in the UK. But did you see the letter that he signed to the Senate President? Who? Senator Abbey, which was signed. I think there's a lot of fake letters going around. I spoke to Senator Abbey on his sick bed yesterday night. And he admitted he was shot? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I asked Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I said, well, you said you saw him. But he said he was not shot. He said, what are they talking about? If he was not shot, how come that he had this swelling on his chest?
So it wasn't just being treated for shock?
How could it be? I mean, you want to fly somebody abroad to be treated for shock? Incidentally, the money he was shot at, I was with Governor Amici, and I heard him asking him, look, if it's life threatening, please let's arrange to evacuate you. Because he didn't even want to leave the country. Now, what does a senator intend to gain by flying abroad and lying in a hospital bed? What point does he want to prove?